Hello, welcome on my channel. Today will be, I guess, part 1 on my work on this bad guy. It's my biggest locomotive and I will be installing a new decoder in there. This one, called Maxi from Lenz. It's an older version but doesn't matter. You've seen it in other videos. When I bought this locomotive, I bought it second hand, and there were a few new parts on there. The new part was the engine block, the motor block, where the motor is sitting. The cap, however, is maybe 5-6 years older than the motor block. So, and the frame, I'll put the cap away, the frame is also older than the motor block. What happened, this guy where I bought it from had a store and he repaired the locomotive with it, with the frame. And he kept the cap and the locomotive frame, old locomotive frame, which was broken after a fall from a heavy high table. It was broken here and it's all the way down here and it completely came off. He repaired it and he put the frame together and put the new motor block in there and the old cap on here, old top side on there, so everything worked again. Now, because this was a newer motor, it had a soundboard installed. This is a Masat company made soundboard. Soundboard number is ME10111068 reversion 1. This is the first model of this board. As you can see, it's older, really big. This is only the sound module. It does nothing else. It's just sound. It has standing sound, so that when you dialed your analog system, because this is analog, this is nothing to do with digital. There's nothing digital on here except the processor, but everything else is done analog. So it had this Hall effect sensor, magnetic sensor, which controlled the chuffs, the puffing of the locomotive. I have to renew the sensor because that was broken, so I have to get a new one. Found a part number on that and I will show you the sensor when I put it back on. So this board is purely analog controlled. So it has these wires come from a sensor block in the motor, which controls with a magnet between the rails the whistle and the bell, and I want to control these with my decoder. There are other functions on there and there are other connections on this board. So I will be try to find out whether I can do other sounds like coal shuffling, water pump, air compressor, that kind of stuff. I want to see if I can get that controlled with my decoder. Why do I do this? Well, I don't have a lot of money to do these kinds of things, and I cannot get a nice new big sound module for next year. And when I can modify this so that it will work with my decoder, hey, maybe it's something you can do and save you some money. You just need to buy a decoder, and yeah, well, this one cost me 50 euros. I can make it to work. I've saved me a couple of euros, because a little soundboard roughly costs about 60 euros again, so or higher. And of course you can get decoders with sound on board, but they come in 150, 151, 160 euros, some even 200 euros. So I'm not willing to spend that kind of money all in one locomotive. And I have a soundboard and this works. It worked. Only thing was, sometimes it didn't chuff because the sensor was broken, and I will replace that. Now, as I said, it had sound functions, standing sound. You could turn your dial on your transformer, analog transformer, up a little bit, and then it would charge up these cold caps, which are 2.3 volts and 10 farads. They would charge up and you would have standing sound. And if you stop the locomotive, or if it stopped in front of a signal, it would go on for about 2 minutes on these caps, and that would be long enough for you to start up your locomotive again. I probably will take these caps off, because when I'm going to hook this wire up, this is the power connection, got the power from the tracks via this board, and it has a little bridge rectifier here built in, so it's probably track power, 100% track power, and I will be using that, or hooking this up to my decoder so that I can turn the sound on and off. So this will go to an output on my decoder. On this decoder, every output can deliver up to 1 amp. So that should be okay. But in order to keep the current down, I will take off these caps so that they don't charge up. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.